I watch movies. I watch a lot of movies. Like this year, I've seen over 90 movies. 35 of those were in the theater. And with Austin's festival season starting in September, I'll probably see 200 before the year is out. I made a few friends this past year who have watched hundreds of movies so far. And this week I got to see 2 movies that are worth talking about, and I promise these reviews are spoiler free. Most of the time, I get really upset when a trailer is misleading. But when an honest trailer would give away the things that make a movie distinctive, I'll give it a pass. The trailer for The Disappearance of Alice Creed wants you to think that the movie is all about action, violence, and revenge. And those things are in Alice Creed. But mostly, Alice Creed is a character and script-driven story about the relationships between the kidnappers and the kidnappee. The cast of only 3 people allows us to see great performances from some actors you may know previously from smaller roles. Gemma Arterton is the gorgeous redhead who ends up covered in oil in the James Bond movie Quantum of Solace. Eddie Marsan played Inspector Lestrade in the recent Sherlock Holmes movie. And Martin Compston is relatively unknown, but after this movie I'm confident he'll be cast in bigger films. Alice Creed is beautifully filmed and has some really unique plot devices. But if you decide to see it, you should expect a movie that's a little more thoughtful than a movie like, say, Taken. If you're already a fan of the Scott Pilgrim graphic novels, then you don't really need a review of this movie. You're going to see the movie, and you're going to enjoy it. Don't even bother looking at reviews. On the other hand, if you don't know who Scott Pilgrim is, or you know who he is and you still want a review, here's a guide to help you decide if this movie is right for you. There are a couple things you might be worried about that I want you to know are not a problem. First, don't worry about having to see another Michael Cera movie. I'm with you on this one. I keep thinking I'm over Michael Cera and I don't want to see him in another movie, and then Cera does an excellent job again. You know, I had the same thoughts before Paper Hearts and Youth in Revolt, but give a thumbs up to Cera and his agent for making really good choices. Also, the rest of the cast list is chock full of mostly minor actors who do such a great job that casting agencies will be mining this cast list for several years. Second, don't worry that the movie is based on the graphic novels. Edgar Wright, the director of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, has done an incredible job of bringing in all 6 graphic novels into one fast-paced movie. Plus, he's expanded on the world of Scott Pilgrim, adding some flourishes that perfectly enrich what came from the books. You know you loved Edgar Wright's zombie movie, Shaun of the Dead, and his cop buddy movie, Hot Fuzz, so you can trust him with Scott Pilgrim. There are a couple of requirements you need to check before you decide to go see the movie. Requirement 1, you have to understand video games. You don't have to play or even like video games, but if you've got a boyfriend or a daughter who's a game player, you're going to have more fun seeing Scott Pilgrim. But if you don't understand the terms boss battle, extra life, and bonus score, maybe this isn't the movie for you. Requirement 2, an appreciation of indie music. As best I can tell, the music in Scott Pilgrim is all original, and while it's well produced, it still has enough of an edge to feel like live music during the movie. There are a lot of scenes that focus on garage bands and live performances, and if you like songs that rock, you're going to like Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is a great movie, and it's awesome to see that for his 3rd wide-release movie, Edgar Wright steps out of the spotlight he normally shares with Simon Pegg and absolutely nails it. The only cool movie thing I've got planned for the upcoming week is taking my wife to see an early screening of Step Up 3D, but unless that's unexpectedly exceptional, I don't think I'll be doing a review for it. But I will make a video next week, and knowing me, it'll be about movies. Thanks for watching.